So don't ask me, how was Beyonce? Because I don't actually want to share how it was because it wasn't a good experience and I did not enjoy it. Am I mad that I have a Beyonce experience that was really bad? Yeah, I have a right to be frustrated. By the way, you have a limited view ticket. You're telling me that on the day of? Nobody would have bought those seats if they knew that it meant that you won't be able to see.
We're going in. Let's go, Beyonce. So we kind of made it. Mine was insane. People pushing. Felt like a stampede. Not cool at all. Let's see how what's going on. We're going to Texas. Beyonce. Rodeo. That's what we're doing.
It's 1:38 a.m. I'm done with seeing Beyonce. I'm home. Gotta wash this makeup off. The experience did not. This is my third time seeing Beyonce. The first time was the best time, if I can be honest. I sat in section 100, had great seats. Also was allowed to bring my professional camera, and I had my telezoom lens. I took some dope ass pictures that really could be in the magazine for back then. I don't know about magazine quality now, but took some great pictures and got just, I couldn't get any video because my camera didn't have video, but got good stuff back then, right? 100 seats. I paid for everybody's ticket. That was my sisters and I. It took us all on a nice little Beyonce excursion, right? And this time, my daughter's like, oh yeah, I really want to go. Please don't leave me out. Yeah. So when the time comes, I had to remember, oh, I got to get 2 tickets instead of 1. Oh, the money I had put aside, I forgot. I got to divide that in half because I have other stuff. I mean, my son, college, school, prom dresses, prom tuxedos, every expense you can think of coming out. So February hits, and I had already did a Christopher John Rogers pre-order. You know, that's a high priority in my little fun fashion life or whatever. So I get the tickets. I'm hoping that I'm making the best decision. Look at this fake ass wig. I'm hoping I'm making the best decision with the tickets. I'm like, oh, we're gonna be on the side of the stage. I'm gonna get the first row in the highest row, right? I forgot how much the tickets were. I'm just gonna choose to remember the first show. And I know it probably was produced well, but the fact that when you sit, the stage is right here, right? This is the stage all the way back, all the tall stuff, right? And the screens are right there, right? Let's just put it right here. Screens are right here. We sat right here. In terms of distance, not that far. If you were in the back of the stadium, which is right here, that's very far to look, to see. So she's gonna look really tiny. She was small, but not like so small you couldn't see her. But all we could see was a micro corner of the screen, and the big tall banner thing that goes around that they show at every other show. That's on, showing Renaissance, showing the colors, showing the bits and clips of the video, was not on. And, you know, I'm sitting next to the person, like, oh yeah, they're going to turn that on too. Because as soon as I get in my seat, I was like, oh, hell no. You mean something that I can't see the screen? And I'm sitting here, I'm right by the stage, so I can see all the dancers walking out. I can see Blue Ivy walking out. Whoever, maybe Jay-Z was there, whoever, we can see the people walking out. We can see that special little VIP section right off the stage. We can see all of them. But you can't see the screen. The one that they have set up for people to see her. Can't see that at all. So it's just like, what the fuck, what am I even doing here? And, you know, that's my fault. Even though I really, because I've sat there before for other concerts in that side, like the sections, the 109s, the 209s, the ones that are adjacent to the, you know, I saw Alicia Keys there, and I had a great time, could see everything, and the way the stage was structured, you could see everything. And I know the show had to be good for everybody else who actually could see. But even like the people up there, wasn't nobody dancing. Y'all ain't interested. Y'all just acting boring. It's like, what are you here for if you're not here to enjoy? And then y'all look down like I could fall to my death because it's so up high. But not like crazy high, but I was high up. And everybody's vibing. Everybody looks great. Everybody's dressed nice down there. You know, looking good, smelling good, doing all that thing. And I'm just like, this is what you chose? This is what you chose to have as a core Beyonce memory? You chose this. And I'm like, oh, your kids. Oh, prom. You know, like, I'm being really real right now. So don't ask me, how was Beyonce? Because I don't actually want to share how it was because it wasn't a good experience and I did not enjoy it. And I can't even, like, what was memorable about it? Not being able to see. And I will, so what song did she play that made me, like, go crazy? She played, somewhere, I actually was happier to hear her older stuff than I was to hear some of the Renaissance songs, to be honest. Like, I was happy when she stopped and played I'd Rather Die Young. Oh, phenomenal. Like, she threw some other stuff in there that wasn't in there before, from what I've seen on social media. And I guess I have to live vicariously through social media. I am desperately trying to figure out how I'm going to get another ticket, because that was and it's not about what they did, or they did refuse to put the screen thing up there at the top. But her last concert, the one I went to in 2016, they had these tall cube LED lights that were four-sided, and they kind of rotated, so you could always see her moving the whole time, no matter where you sat. You were able to see something because it had this high, cool fangled technology, and because they set it up differently, you know, God bless the set designers who did an amazing job. Set it up differently, so it is what it is. Yeah, you really can't have fun. I'm trying to find, you know, like, oh, find the gratitude. I'm not grateful about that. I'm just being real. Not like, yeah, find the joy. I can't find the joy in making a dumbass decision. You know? What's it like? Because then my daughter was just kind of just sitting there. I'm like, are you even enjoying yourself? Damn. But there was times when she was. But at the same time, I was just so astonished that, like, there was no way for me to see at all. You know how you get the video, people are taking videos of the large screen? There was no possibility we could ever do that. Like, we couldn't see that at all. And I know thousands, millions of people that have gone have seen an incredible show, but I was not one of those people. If I had gotten those tickets for free, and I was going to go with a paid seat that was much better, sure, I could be grateful for that. Like, oh yeah, thank you. At least I was there. But, you know, as a diehard fan, I really fucked up my own experience. Like, I fucked it up. Bad. Yeah, I hope don't nobody ask me. I want nobody ask me how was the show. Like, I almost cried. And that's because I love Beyonce. I love her music. Love her art. I followed her career since I was a teenager. She's like a year older than me, you know? Just like your musical family. At least I had a fabulous hat. Sergio Hudson, this hat was on the runway and it survived the show. Boom. You know? Beyonce t-shirt. I wore black designers. Black designer made my makeup. Yeah. That was in semi, but honestly, I didn't even like my outfit, to be honest. I went for like this sporty mom with a splash of runway. No. It's just about timing. This just wasn't the time. So, if I could go again, I would definitely make sure that I give myself a good experience. Not this experience. It was bad. I can't even believe that was the best show I've ever seen. Why? Because I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. Could barely see anything. And it's not about, oh, you're a bitch, your eyes. Nope. You just can't really see. And then you're zooming in on your phone. I'm trying not to look at my camera while I'm zooming in. I just was like, forget it. I'm not going to waste my time trying to record a bunch. I can't see it. The quality. I'm not going to want to look at this later. What am I looking at? I can't tell what I'm looking at. So I have to figure out a way to go again once I get all this college stuff sorted out and Schwab is gone. Her last show is October 1st. She got some shows late in September. I hope this boy don't ask me for nothing else related to college. I don't hear about no tuition. I don't hear about nothing. No more healthcare insurance payments. ESCOL. It's just a lot of stuff going on, you know? Them high school kids are expensive as hell. Real expensive. Like, that was my Beyonce ticket. That was my good seat in Beyonce. ticket. But I hope she enjoyed herself. That was her first time going. She I guess, had an okay time. Sort of, kind of, maybe. I'm honestly sad about this. Like, you don't go see Beyonce and not see Beyonce. Like, you don't go and that's your experience. Well, I'm gonna talk about this in therapy, I'm gonna be honest. Therapy. And I'm sure people are like, but Kim, there's people dying. There are people dying. And I'm making do out for them, and I'm praying, and I'm sending money when I can to help them. Am I mad that I have a Beyonce experience that was really bad? Yeah. I have a right to be frustrated. It is what it is. In another world. I'm wondering if anybody else had an experience like mine. You love the artist to death, but your seat selection sucks. You can't see a motherfucking goddamn thing. You can't see shit. Like nothing. And so it just kind of diminishes your experience. It diminishes the quality of your experience. It diminishes what you hoped it would be like for you. And it just doesn't make it amazing. It doesn't make you feel good. And for it to turn out miserable, that we could actually see the screens, it would have made the concert wonderful or nice. But it didn't. I'm out. Happy Beyonce Day. I gotta go see her again. I have to. I don't want to see her by myself. I don't want to go see with people who already had a great experience. Let me have my own. Goodbye. Alright, so back in the morning, I'm up. It's about 1 p.m. Finally up. I mean, I've been up for a minute, but I look tired. I look exhausted, but guess what? I'm tired and exhausted for nothing. I did reach out to Ticketmaster about my issue with the lack of view and the lack of the Jumbotron display screen like in other shows. I know I kept saying earlier in my video that I took it 2 o'clock in the morning. It's my fault. Yeah, I'm commiserating. But honestly, I looked through the reviews, and there are a lot of people who have the same complaint. There are people who pay $2,000 for their seats on the floor or on the front side, $1,650 and more, maybe totaling $3,000 so they could take their kids and stuff, and they have the same experience because the screens were not set up and to allow for people to visually be able to see if you're on the side. It was only catered to people that were sitting in the front. Her last concert in 2016, they did not do that. They had cubes that were rotating. All 4 sides, you were able to see everything. Also, the stage was so huge, which is great because I know it got to be huge. It got all that kind of stuff to it. So huge that it did not allow for people to be able to see. I could see all the back of the stage. I could see everybody walking up. I saw Blue Ivy. I saw everybody coming up and changing and dressing, and I could see them performing and rehearsing back there to get prepared for what they were going to do. You know, looking cute, being silly. I could see all of that, right? But I could not see the actual inside, like there's a tunnel in the stage. Couldn't see that at all because it was obstructed and because we could not see but a micro sliver of the screens that were set up. What they're doing is they're selling tickets and not disclosing that these are limited view, or they call them listening tickets. Listening means they're just good for listening, but it's not good for viewing. And I do think that that's an unfair practice. Ticketmaster obviously likes money. Sure, you know, Mother likes money. Beyonce, it got you, but you're selling tickets so people can't see. And it shouldn't be that people cannot see. They come to show, they pay their money. People pay way more than me. And I will really be heated if I spend $2K for tickets, $1K total travel, etc., 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 parking, outfit, hair and nails, makeup, etc., only for me to be able to not see because there's a big ass fan in my way, and you all did not disclose that the fan was going to be there. Yes, her hair got to be blowing, and I know it needs to blow because that's what makes it look amazing, but do not put people where you're going to put a fan. There were people who were stuck by the ramp who absolutely couldn't see anything, and they're on the floor, close. That's really bad. Like, I'm up high, I'm just looking at it from a bird's eye view, but I cannot see when they're coming out, when they're doing the dance moves all inside that little tunnel. I can't see, and then the screen is not even showing that to people. I do think that's unfair. and I think something needs to be done about it. Yes, I did ask for a full refund. Yes, I am fully a part of the Beyhive. No, I'm not gonna take it on the chin. And there I got bumps that popped up because I'm not taking it on the chin. I'm not. I want my money back. You want my money back. I want to go to another show if I can. That's what I'm going to do. You all should have disclosed. That is it's almost like shady practices. I want to say fraudulent practice or some kind of just conniving practice. When a ticket is sold, you do not get to change and be like, oh, by the way, you have a limited view ticket 24 hours or the day of. You have an obstructed view ticket. You're telling me that on the day of? Nobody would have bought those seats if they knew that it meant that you won't be able to see. We're going to see Beyonce. She is the phenomenal queen of our generation. And you think that we want to go there to not see. We should be able to see the screens even if we are far away. Everybody should be able to see the screens. And that is my beef with it. That I'm going to stand on that. I'm very upset about it. Everybody was upset about it. It's my daughter's first time going to see Beyonce. And for me as a mother, that it would ruin the experience. I'm like, oh, I'm gifting this to her. When in reality, I could have not took her ass, being honest, and just used that money and gone and chosen a completely different seat. Maybe my experience would have been different, but if I had chose to sit on the side of the seat, it still would have been sucky because you guys did not have the screen set up to allow for people to be able to see. There's no way you should be sitting in a seat that you've paid money, hundreds of dollars, which is what we did, to thousands of dollars, and you go to Beyonce and you can't see the show. And people are supposed to think, oh, it's amazing. It's one. No, it's not. It diminishes how you expect to feel. It diminishes the diva energy that you're supposed to have when you see Queen Beyonce. You're supposed to leave like, oh my God, amazed with your socks blown off. I'm not talking about, oh, I couldn't buy my drink because the line was long. Don't nobody give a damn about your chicken tenders. Or I don't even care about that. I care about in the arena, in the stadium, the visuals, the full spectrum experience, no matter where you sat, all the way to the top of the nosebleeds. And we didn't sit all the way up there. We sat at the first row of one of the higher rows. So we were right there. I could look down and see all the people jamming and vibing, but there's no way that it should not be disclosed. My ticket should not have been changed to say, oh, you have an obstructed view. What? Why would we buy an obstructed view ticket? Why would anybody want to buy a limited view ticket? There are people sitting behind the stage. So no, that's not my fault. That's y'all fault. Please rectify this and make sure that it's right, because, you know, the president is female, and these females and other people and girls and etc. want to have a good experience. And I think the honest is to make sure that things are designed properly to allow for that full sensorial view for people. Please allow that, because it doesn't make sense to pay and you didn't see, and then to leave and you gotta leave sad. What? I've loved Beyonce since I was in high school, okay? When she was a teenager. There's no way I should go to a concert and I don't feel good about it. But my hat slayed. Got many compliments on that. That's about it. My little crystal bra thing, the garter on my leg, black on designer. That's how I came. Serving. The hair used to look cute. It don't look good now, but we did our best to make the most of the circumstances. And it sold on me, as my son said. It sold. It was not good. It was lackluster. Not saying the course of performance was great. If people could see it. If people, and for those who could see it. Sure, the vocals were amazing. The music sounded great. The instrumentation, the live, great. If you could see it. And the screens should have been allowed for people to see it. It should have been that way. But it was not. And that is my complaint. And I've talked to Ticketmaster, so hopefully they said 7 to 14 days to go ahead and figure this out and to talk with me. I'm expecting a full refund. I am manifesting that. Give me all my money back, because I wouldn't have went if that's how I knew it was going to go. I would rather have been like, oh man, you guys had such an amazing time, than to leave and feel bad about it. I don't want that energy. I want the positive energy, the amazing, the dynamic energy, the experience. And it's not about finding the gratitude. Stop gaslighting people into pretending that they were okay when they're not. I have a right to be disappointed, just like you have a right to be amazed. I would have been amazed too if the opportunity presented itself visually for that to happen. I'm Malika B. Let me know how your experience was, if it was bad. If it was good, I already probably know because I saw it on Instagram. But if you had an experience that was not good based on visuals, say something, because I do think it's worth them paying attention to for the remaining shows. Peace out. Bye.